Hello friends, near and far, dear to my heart, I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. This reading will be for Pisces and all Pisces placements found within your birth chart or wherever you have heavy 12th house influence in your chart. If you are new to these placements and would like to understand your birth chart a little bit deeper, just know that I offer comprehensive one-on-one birth chart readings where you get a 2 full question tarot spread with detailed birth chart notes. Reach out to me, check out my website for all my services and my email. All those helpful links are below. Also, check out my Patreon. I just did a Saturn in Pisces, Jupiter and Gemini reading. We have Saturn retrograde right now and Saturn's in your sign. So this is massive for you. So if you are feeling the pull to check out that reading, it's on my Patreon channel. With a Patreon membership, you get 20% off all my services and access to all the love extended readings. So support me on my Patreon journey. I plan to do a lot of helpful astrological support every month for all the signs. In this video, Pisces, we're going to go deep into your sun ascendant sign, the astrology for this month. The love reading for July will be linked below as well. I highly encourage you to watch both to gain a deeper perspective. And again, watch for your other placements. We are in Cancer season, a fellow water sign. This is very soft, receptive like yourself. You know, Cancer season asks us to let go to some extent, right? What are we clinging on to? It's a very intuitive, watery nature, family, friends. And I also think of soothing sanctuaries, right? There's no place like home with this Cancerian energy. Now let's dive into your July messages. Hi Pisces, welcome to this space. Thank you for trusting in me and confiding in me for your July general messages. Take what resonates and leave what does not, right? Check your other placements or just check back next month, right? Let's talk about it. So Saturn is in your sign, and this is a really good time for self-awareness, self-reflection, especially when Saturn goes retrograde, which it will be in your sign till November 15th. You're going to be feeling this influence of Saturn heavily. Saturn in the first house, you know, Saturn gets a pretty bad rep. And some people don't even know what their Saturn placement means, right? But I'd like you to reflect upon your first Saturn return if you have experienced it already. It's around the age of 29, okay? So around 20 to 30 years of age, we experience this life review. Saturn sits us down and we kind of go over, right, who we are. What are we doing here, right? Where's our place in the world? And it's a re-evaluation of karma, really, because I go deep on the Patreon reading about this, and I've talked about it as well in the Saturn and Pisces reading from last year when it went into your sign. And you can check that link below if you want to watch in more detail. I'll provide that link. Basically, Saturn is karma. It's the Lord of time, again, right? So Chronos. So there is this life review that kind of comes up with Saturn. It does kind of check us where we're limited, right? And it's not to say that we want to be in a fear story, and I go into detail about Jupiter and Saturn and how they go hand in hand because there's lots of fear that's projected with the relationship of the father-son dynamic there. So lots around family, especially during Cancer season. Cancer influence for you is in your 5th house. We have this new moon we just had, right, in Cancer. Venus is still in Cancer till mid-month. So there's this 5th house influence, which is also family. This is also Leo. So where do you have this in your chart? Again, if you're unfamiliar, you can always reach out to me and we can dive deep into this together. But 5th house is about self-expression. This is a very creative energy. It's also the house of entertainment. So the shadow side of this, which I like to talk about both because it's important, is how you cope with stress. Because when we think about entertainment, it can't be just for the luxury and the play and the fun of it. But sometimes we grasp onto substances or entertainment, right? Or outside material things, right? This Cancerian energy, the claws of the crab, is about holding on to things, right? So it's a good time to kind of evaluate how you cope with stress, right? and Pisces, you know this very well, this Neptunian energy. We have Neptune retrograde as well, your ruling planet. So there can be a lot around illusion. This can also talk about like substance abuse, right? Because Neptune energy can be very dreamy. So people with a lot of like heavy Neptune in their chart, they can suffer from, filling the void, quote unquote, right? So this is something to think about. This is not for everyone, but with this fifth house influence, that can be creeping in, and it doesn't have to be personal, right? This could be someone you're dealing with as well. This could be a karmic lesson that you're learning through another. Okay, it could be a parent, a role model, an intimate partner, or a friend. So also just keep in mind that it can be both, right? It can be very creative, very expressive, very bold, very bright, music, art, dance, all those good things. But there can also be this overindulgence, right? So check yourself, right? But it's very captivating. I got the song in your pre-meditation. I've been doing this now, and I think I'm going to continue for the rest of the months to come, is just kind of sitting with your energy for 5 minutes before I press play. And I got the song Blinded by the Light. I don't know who sings it, but I will link it below. I don't know the material too well. I know the song. I remember as a kid, I used to think the lyrics were completely different than what it was. And it was an ongoing joke with me and my dad. It was like wrapped up like a deuce and then the motor in the night. And I think I totally butchered it. So there's power in the lyrics. When songs come up for me, there's usually some lyrics in there. Maybe you know the song, maybe it connects something with you. But the way I'm seeing it is with the other messages that came through was being captivated by something and almost being blindsided by it, or blinded by some sort of external force, right? And this could be anything. Okay, so it could lead to feeling like you're in this unknown territory because you're kind of blindsided by something. It could be positive or negative. We'll see what cards come out for you, okay? And I did also get miscommunication, but then I got reprieve. So meaning like there will be some sort of like, again, blindsided, but then like, okay, we're okay now. Like it might feel topsy-turvy at one point of this month. Again, whenever you find this, I'm connecting it with a couple different people, so it can depend, timelines. But yes, there's something about like a sense of reprieve, even though there might be something you're blinded by. Okay. And then I also got freestyle. So this might require some flexibility. I saw someone like freestyling on a mic. So that when I think of like freestyle in general, you could literally be a freestyler, or it could just mean like you just got a freestyle life right now. Like whatever comes out, you roll with the punches kind of energy. Okay. And also it's kind of a creative thing, right? People that can freestyle, that doesn't always come so easy, and it can be really fun to just make shit up. Like I remember with my friends, I've done that before, and it can be really fun. And I've recorded myself doing it. I'm like, wow, that sounds like crap, but we had a great time doing it. So there's something coming up with that. Interesting. Starfish, yeah, there's something about music here too. The starfish always reminds me of the star, so some sort of spotlight, especially with Blinded by the Light. It could be something about like stage fright or feeling like pressure of the stage. But with the star kind of flipping out there, the starfish, you're meant to like stand out in some way. Especially with Saturn in your first house. Again, that is the ego, that's self, identity. Let's see for Pisces. Let's dive into your July messages. Please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps this channel reach who it's meant to reach. Cross watchers, you are always welcome here. And again, roles can be reversed. Okay, Pisces, let's dive in. Pisces for July, there you are. Okay, you got Frog. This is a new deck to me. I just got this deck, but I love the series of these decks, The Unknown. I'm going to actually pull from the book here because I'm still learning some of these cards. The Wild Unknown. I have the archetype deck, and I'm feeling called to pull from that too for you. But let's talk about it. The frog. Okay, first and foremost, the frog. This is water. We have water and fire. We have the cheetah in reverse as well, which I will explain in a second. So the frog is about clearing. Yeah, this is water. This is your energy. Look at the rain, right? So this is about cleansing. I'm thinking of combo. I don't know if you've heard of it before, but it's like frog toad medicine from South America. It's very powerful, and it's also very fiery. I've had experiences with it, and yeah, it's intense. It's an intense purge. This talks about clearing. So there's something about being cleansed, purifying. There's some sort of rejuvenation. You need to cleanse your energy. This could be detox, self-care. Just you might be feeling depleted, which I am seeing that with the cheetah in reverse. Okay, because the cheetah upright is like go the distance, like ready to pounce, full of stamina and energy and fire, right? So there's something about feeling maybe, again, blinded by something and then having to freestyle or wing it in some way. And, you know, it's kind of feeling a bit unknown and murky to you, unknown territory, but you're trying to find this creative outlet, right, with this 5th house energy for you. And again, it could really be something around family. I'm getting that strongly for you. Okay, something you might be depleted by family, right, in a family situation that you're having to face. You know, if it's not really you, right, it could be someone around you is what I'm getting. But yeah, the cheetah's just kind of connecting more deeply into that message here of being like, you know, slow down even a little bit. You know, if you are feeling blindsided by something, it's best to pause with the frog and kind of detox as much as you can. In any small way. It doesn't have to be as extreme as, you know, doing combo, but, you know, it could be just drinking more water. It could be going for a walk, right? We have the animal. Wow. That's cool. I love that card. And the flame. Yeah. So there is fire still showing up for you here. Okay. So I like that. You might have fire in your chart or dealing with a fire sign. Maybe the fire sign that you're dealing with for some could be dealing with a lack of motivation or drive. It could be someone around you that's operating from this cheetah. But with the animal here in the flame, this is a reignited energy. This is kind of like the 5th house when I think of it, because it's Leo energy, right? Fire. So something could be happening in Leo season. The animal here, this is very instinctual. This is primal, right? This is hedonistic. So this is also connecting in with that 5th house influence for you, of like creative force. And again, this primal kind of hedonistic sexual energy is very much connected to creativity, and it doesn't have to mean the physical act. This could be literally like the flame within you, this animalistic creative energy is kind of being inspired by something, you know, and using that in a healthy way, using that fire in a creative outlet of yours. Right? How can you exert this energy in a positive way that's beneficial for all, right? It feels good with the frog, right? Because the frog is about, like, again, cleansing. So whatever sort of creative outlet you might have or wanting or feeling called to do, make sure that it is feeding the flame, right? Feeding the fire rather than like diminishing in some way. Okay, what else do we have for Pisces for July? What do we have for Pisces? Tell me more for Pisces, please. Show me the truth. This one. Miracles. What else for Pisces? Please show me. Enlightenment. Yeah. Enlightenment, the light, right? We saw the light there. There's something being lit within you. And also there's a rainbow here. You could be seeing a rainbow, and that could be a message of some sort. Like if you see, look at purity on the bottom in reverse. So yeah, definitely needing some sort of detox here. Maybe you are trying to pray for someone with miracles. You know, when I think of the candle, I also think of, you know, like in a concert when there's like a sappy song and everyone's like with their lighter. I don't mean to like poke fun at that, but it just kind of reminded me of how kind of cheesy that is at times. But at the same time, you know, even in prayer and meditation, like I myself connect very well with fire when I'm doing any sort of ritual or prayer. So a candle magic, candle light, like lighting, setting an intention with a candle. You could look into this, you know, praying on a candle, lighting a candle for someone, right? It's like a reminder that you're thinking about someone. And like when you see that resemblance of the physical flame, it kind of reignites this hope, right? There's a miracle here. So this could be for someone around you or even for yourself. Yeah, fulfillment and inner peace. So you could look into like candle work, candle magic, right? Working with the fire element because it's very strong here for you. Around something that needs to be purified, detoxified here, because that's a strong message that's coming up in 2 different decks. This could be maybe, again, trying to control some sort of impulse of yours. Again, Saturn in your first house. This is very trying and testing, but also very rewarding. It's very rewarding when we actually can complete the task that Saturn is asking of us. And that can be really hard to see. So if you're feeling challenged by something and you're noticing some sort of karmic cycle within your family, your relationships, look into your chart, okay? Because it will give you some more hope and inspiration, right, to keep this flame going. If you're feeling like you're being taken over by an animal, you know, this primal side, topsy-turvy, you know, because there's a miracle here. Again, I'm seeing the miracle with Saturn and Pisces, very much Saturn and Pisces. Yeah, letting your guard down. There's something that's unfinished here. Here you are, Hangman. So there's unfinished business here, the world. This is also represented with karma. When I think of the world, this is karmic cycles, right? This is a cycle. This is the last of the major arcana. When in reverse with the Hangman, it's like you're stuck in some sort of suspension. This is very much you here. Again, you could also be dealing with a Pisces, but yeah, look at you here as well. You're very strong in your reading right now. Wheel of Fortune, Chariot. Okay, so this is the reprieve. I was getting that word before, like there's a sense of reprieve, even if there's some sort of chaos, for your freestyle in it, you're moving through life, you're having to be creative. You're having to pull on those creative heartstrings of yours and just kind of riding saddle, right? The Chariot, you're moving. You are going to move into something. This literally could be moving somewhere with the Wheel of Fortune and the world. This could be some sort of distant travel for some. But I do see that, you know, the Hangman is intentional, right? Every stage of the major arcana, there's an intention behind it. So it's not necessarily negative or positive. But with the High Priestess in the world in reverse, there's some sort of stunted growth here, right? There's some sort of stunted action even. But it's coming here with the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. It's just requiring you to really understand your intuition. And again, your Saturn, relationship with Saturn, and also Jupiter, right? Jupiter's in your fourth house. So there's a lot around family for you. I'm not going to lie. You know, this could be, again, you know, 12th house Pisces energy isn't even past life. I myself have a ton of 12th house in my chart. So this is something that I've had to really digest, especially lately with all this Saturn activation. So like ancestral kind of past life regression, just therapy, right? You're talking about the past, understanding the past so that you can move forward into the world upright, right? Because we want to see you move forward, but there seems to be something stunting your growth here, a lack of vision. Again, blinded by the light. You're blindsided by something, but don't let it stop you. I want you to trust in your intuition because your intuition is trying to tell you something here. It really is, especially with the High Priestess in reverse. This is like a message from source of the month of you believe in yourself. There's some sort of enlightenment, miracle here. But it is requiring you. The Chariot is you. This is actually the Emperor. So they have to take control, right? You have to take control. And this is also Cancerian energy. So this is current, okay? Show me more here. You could also be dealing with a Cancer or any fixed sign. Another Pisces I'm seeing strong. I'm seeing fire as well. So Aries, Leo, Sag. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. Pisces, what do we have for advice for Pisces? How can they move forward with clarity? Pisces, show me. How can they move forward? This Wheel of Fortune and Chariot is very positive. Confidence, yeah. Something is being tested though, look at that. Your commitment's being tested, so what are you committed to? Again, Saturn is like, are you actually committed to this or is this a crock of shit, right? You know, it's going to show you where you're limited. And it's kind of like that nagging, just parental figure. That's just like, oh, did you do that yet? Did you do that yet? Like micromanager. And that can be really annoying, right? I understand. Again, I have a strong relationship with Saturn and I didn't really know anything about it until I got deep into astrology. And then I started piecing things together. Again, I have a ton of 12th house. I have my sun in 12th house, my Mercury in 12th house. So it took me a lot of time to uncode and decode some of this stuff. And I still am working through that because again, there's a lot of illusion around the 12th house. There's a lot of unknown. There can be a lot of scarcity and fear and doubt. But there's something about confidence here. And, you know, that is that cheetah. So there's something happening. Again, right now, I feel like this is where you're being tested to make a choice, right? Because also the chariot is an active choice to choose a direction and to have confidence in yourself, in your intuition, that you are taking position and leading the way, right? There's some sort of flame here that's being reignited. Your confidence is the key to your success, Pisces. So whatever sort of commitment that you're obligated to or you're facing, that you have to make a choice, Spirit's saying, do so with clarity. If you don't feel clear, you can always get a reading, right, from me if this is resonating. Or again, sit with it. Cleanse, detox, right? This could be literally just anything that you can do to kind of purify yourself, right? Sage, energy cord cutting. Again, combo, if that's ringing true to you and you know someone, right? You know, not everyone has access to that. But some sort of cleansing here is going to help you become more enlightened, because there's a lot of spiritual energy around here. The Miracles card, this is very spiritual. So there's, and again, High Priestess there. And there's some sort of offering. Someone is also assisting you, because the Hangman in the After Tarot, someone's actually giving the Hangman water. So again, this is also drinking water with the frog. You could literally be like dehydrated. Yeah, you're very close to achieving your goals though. So if you felt like, again, like you've been in a suspension, there's been unknowns, again, something feels unfinished, I feel like things are starting to clear up for you, but you have to believe in it. Manifestation is a lot about our mindset and what we are telling ourselves. Again, it's not always just externally what we put on a show to the world. Most of it, I would say 90% of it, is internalized. Again, we can put on a great front, right? But if we have negative self-talk all day, you know, and just beating ourselves up, you know, that confidence comes into play. It's like, you know, we can put on a mask all we want, but what do we really feel, right? High Priestess, Hangman. The Hangman also does talk about illusion, right? They go into this hanged position because they have to see clarity. They have to start to see things from a different perspective. So yes, you are blindsided by something here. I'm seeing that very clearly, but you have the key. I don't see that you can't do this. Spirit is suggesting, yes, you can, but confidence, your confidence is being tested. And maybe someone around you is making you feel like, you know, your light is being dimmed in some way. So be mindful of that. Try to gain access to your intuition again, because I feel like you've been disconnected for some time, and you know, your ancestors, your guides, your allies, whatever you believe in, they confide in you and they trust in you, and maybe they want to have a deeper connection with you. So this literally could be like, again, lighting a candle for your ancestors, praying more, having an altar if you don't have one, things of that nature, so you can build and strengthen your connection with Spirit, right? Whatever that looks like, because it's different for everyone. Okay. All right. So we are going to pull, if I can find the deck. Oh, it's right in front of me. Interesting. It was right in front of me. So something's right in front of you, but you're blindsided. You're distracted, Pisces. Okay, what signs are you going to be dealing with in love? We're going to take this over to the love reading. So if you want to follow me there, the link's below. Too many. Let's just get a couple for you, Pisces. Pisces in love in regards to relationship. Taurus. You could have Taurus. Again, this could be in your chart or someone else's chart. Signs that Pisces is dealing with. Pisces. Earth sign. So strong earth. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, give me two more cards for Pisces, please. Two more for Pisces. Too many. Two more, please, for Pisces in regards to love. Jupiter. Jupiter's in Gemini right now. It was in Taurus last year. In Vedic, it's in Taurus, so that's interesting. I'm getting the message to look at your Vedic astrology, too. There might be something there for you to ponder. Yeah, Jupiter, so that's Sag energy. One more. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you could be dealing with someone that has an Earth Jupiter placement, specifically Jupiter in Taurus. Something significant could have happened last year when Jupiter was in Taurus. But again, in Vedic astrology, it just entered Taurus. okay? Something about Vedic is coming up for you. One more card for Pisces in regards to love. Show me what signs are they currently dealing with or energies that are surrounding them for this time period for Pisces. One more. Pisces, there you are. Okay. You're like, yep, I'm here. And we did see your energy very prevalent. So this is a very self-focused energy right now, okay? Again, look at your Jupiter placement as well. It's going to give you a lot of information. So yeah, Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Jupiter, so Sag, and Pisces. Okay, they could have any of these placements in their Jupiter. Okay, we're going to take this over to the love reading. If this is where we part, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Bye for now, Pisces.